we've got going. And yeah, Movistar ECSTATIC, it's a repeat matchup. And it's a matchup that we've seen a couple of times. Actually, no, sorry, just the once kind of play out, but indeed did come close. So we're hoping for another, I think, very close affair and competitive kind of showing. I do believe we've got a game ready for you, of course, folks. We unfortunately missed out on the pistol by the looks of things, so sorry about that. It'll be Movistar Riders who kick things off pretty effectively.
A little bit into this round 2. Static would have had some util at the start, but that's clearly expended. And they're actually leading the right way. 3 on A. Salazar is close on the rotates. He's pressuring mid a little bit. Movistar are walking right into the Lion's Den right now. They need to be perfect with their util, or these deagles are going to mow them down.
Looking scary. Nice early opener coming in for Alex. Kraghen will manage to chime in for one, but that's all they're going to be able to get. Only the one remains. Salazar is the last one left. It was, in theory, looking good. Salazar does get a player flying towards him, able to actually drop the bomb. And this gets a little bit weird now because there's only 15 seconds left. He's incredibly low, but they've got to track him down quickly. If he finds just one more kill, but he is torn between 2 posts and unfortunately will end up falling. A valiant effort from Salazar.
So I believe Cyclone is Martinez. Just, someone's been a little bit naughty in matchmaking.
Indeed. It's quite a few pro players, to be fair, that, you know, at this kind of level...
For the entirety of the time by Coach Boros, he had that.
Yeah.
Every game. It was honestly tilting. I should have actually bound the unmute thing to like a key or something. Had to do it every game. Nonetheless, he's doing all right now for himself, isn't he? Makes the playoffs for Boris. This is getting a bit frisky. 2 AKs recovered. Okay. Looking okay again now, but for Movistar, this should be the cleanup. Full eco. Alex is low. Kraghen's got an AK. It's already a result for ECSTATIC if they lose anyone else. Unfortunately, they don't. But that, even so, that is a little bit scary.
Yeah, definitely seems to be some good competition early. I think we're just getting some HUD issues sorted here while we take a moment. Should be back into the game pretty quickly there, folks. So, you know, there you go. There you go. I wasn't lying.
I just wanted to show my face to the stream.
Yeah, of course, right? You know, just remind everybody what we look like.
It's in my contract, a certain amount of airtime on my face. That's how it works. But hopefully Martinez is now back in the realms of the just and the free of his naming rights. What do we got? Just the default. It looked like Nodios and well, actually, this is a funny one. So, I really want to call him Kraghen. He said for some reason in Melbourne he wants to be called Crown, which is like a very Danish pronunciation apparently of the name. Right. But then he divvied back himself and said, "Call me Kraghen." But then I've also heard other people saying, "Keep calling him Crown." So it's a turkey shoot.
Kind of all over the place. Yeah, I like Kraghen. I read the words on the screen.
Exactly.
I'm a simple man.
And it just sounds 400 times better.
That is true. Sounds kind of like a kraken. You know?
I know.
Like kind of a cool creature. Pushing in towards mid though. They're not letting us have our chit chat. Mank's going to find a double. Absolutely massive stuff. That drops the bomb as well. So Movistar Riders just trying to brute force through middle. And it's completely failed. Yeah,
somebody, I think it was Alex, got 100% 4-3'd there as he went in. Whoever was first through the doors didn't see the player in the cubby on the right when we could. It's a little unfortunate. Round already crumbled there. It's a pretty crazy setup from ECSTATIC. It's very committed. But clearly Movistar are quite clear on their corners. Not all the perfect util. At least for the setup in question. And if you're Davey G here, with 19 seconds bomb in the hands of the opponents, you're saying, I would like to save. I'd like to retain this AK.
I think he will as well. They're not really on the hunt too much. Maybe expecting him to just try and go for it. But yeah, I mean, I guess they can kind of do something. They'll probably buy up, right? Alex and Sassol have obviously got money, but then Martinez on the minimum loss bonus. yeah, looks like they will indeed go for it and just try and even out the economy. It catches them at a pretty bad time, and this is what we were talking about earlier rounds, right? Coming relatively close, losing a few more players than they would have liked in the conversion round, so it does affect their economy into the future as soon as ECSTATIC get around on the board. So they will look relatively scary here, but it's not the best. And it's actually a double up setup that they're coming up against as well.
Yeah,
so
I guess they picked up
Martinez.
Martinez. I don't think they had one this last round. And they didn't buy into it. What's the cool Movistar? Well, they clearly wanted some dark control here, but it's a little bit of util. They seem to be really scared of that mid swing. And they're going to switch it up. A is the port of call. It's just Queenix on the site. Deploys a smoke to buy time. And his teammates have to make an information play. That is massive from Salazar. Peeks through, sees players in the open, takes one down. Now Manx can lean off onto A. And they can spread the defense a little bit more now that the number's down. What a massive play from Salazar. That's changed the round.
Replenish smoke once again. So we're looking at about 45 seconds before they opt to make a move, and it looks like they are still going to try and look towards this A side of things. Oh, Queenix has got to be very careful here. Sassol up on the boost. Maybe just spotted the edge of him. I don't think so. So Queenix has managed to sneak in completely unbeknownst to the T side and really could have an effect later on. Salazar with another peek out. Oh, there's a team kill over on A. Maybe could have been perfect. You know, they find that opener. They make their way in towards the A bomb site, but unfortunately they're left worse for wear. So going to have to take the bomb out and try and go elsewhere. Nodios way in behind enemy lines. kraghen ready for them from dark. It's kind of the only place that they could really come from at this point in time. So he does have the correct read. And maybe even just finding one here would be enough for him. A bit of an off angle as well. Very difficult to deal with around these pillars. And you can see why trading him even is a challenge. Martinez does manage to get it done and will get the bomb planted. He's got 3 to deal with here and 1 on a very, very quick flank that I don't think he's going to be expecting at all. I like the move, though. I like the fact that he's trying to get aggressive and just find something in his favor. He will get some space here. He will get some information. Catches a player off guard. The remaining 2 are isolated. This is what you want. Oh, Salazar gets him, though. And ECSTATIC will find another round.
It's a good try, actually, by Martinez. He actually pushed himself into the only kind of avenue where I think he could have played an afterplant. So it was a decent attempt. But all in all, Movistar got bullied on that round. Wanted dark, blocked by nades. Go back towards A, blocked by the smoke. Can't capitalize on Queenix alone. ECSTATIC take information from dark. They take it from B long. That was an incredibly proactive round from ECSTATIC. And Movistar, I'm not surprised at timeouts here because there was no moment in that round where they were in it. They just got pushed around completely. ECSTATIC had the number the whole way through.
Looking pretty good from ECSTATIC so far. CT side of Anubis as well, so all these rounds really going to be valuable. But yeah, just the fashion in which they're winning them is very dominant indeed. Movistar Riders not looking as comfortable as maybe we were expecting from them on Anubis with the sort of win rate that they have. And as said, with the way that the pick comes in, with the fact that it's not a massive surprise, but it's sort of, you know, screams of just playing their own game, unbothered by the other column and who they're playing against. It's like we have a good enough Anubis to play against. Anyone at our level is sort of the mindset that they're coming in with, and so far so good. So we'll see what this timeout entails for the Movistar Riders and whether it does change things around.
Good time to play 3B if you're ECSTATIC. Good read, anti-eco. Salazar, port of call first. Sorcel hits the deck, and we've got a couple players in towards dark, and this is an absolute massacre. Salazar missing nothing. 4 for him. And, I mean, I'll be honest, Salazar had a disappointing Melbourne for himself. I'm sure he'll be disappointed. He had some good moments, had some good halves, but never quite the consistency that we were hoping for. And this is the Salazar I want to see more often. This is great. On the move, hasn't missed a single bullet this half, and well, he's surely striking the fear of God already into Movistar.
Oh,
hang on.
That's not ideal. Not meant to be doing that. Never be clicking the knife out of spawn, guys, you know. This ain't Face It. Even then, at the level of Face It that they play, there's probably still team damage, so I don't know what the excuses are. Will it make a difference? Nodios has lost his early fight trying to get aggressive. kraghen to maybe try and trade here. Wild spray down coming in from Mopos. Any bonus damage that this guy can do is massive. He will go down, but he leaves kraghen on 11 HP. Nearly finds the frag, in fact. Meanwhile, towards mid, Martinez just taking a swing, winning the fight. Manx on the secondary AWP will go down. Queenix sticking around. Try and find a trade. 4 versus 3 looking very, very, very good here for Movistar Riders. And another one coming in.
Yeah, they just hit the pause button, didn't they? They said, we've got all this control. We know ECSTATIC are uncomfortable. We know they're proactive. And they just sat and wait, and Martinez has ripped them apart in this round. What do you do if you're ECSTATIC? I feel like just double up on a site, perhaps. kraghen's low. Saving the AWP is of value. They might have money. You could make an argument for playing for some frags, but I think once they see these smokes come in, they're going to think better of it. kraghen's out of there. And yeah, I think this is the way this half is going to play out. ECSTATIC love to play an aggressive, proactive CT side. And the big question for Movistar is just, can you kind of withstand the aggression? Can you win those duels? Are your defaults clean? Is Martinez posting up on the... Is he making good guesses on where players are going to peak? And certainly the answers to those questions were most certainly yes in this round.
Should be able to solidly save things out here, though. So, you know, there is plenty of cash to work with on the ECSTATIC side. Keep that pressure on. But Movistar Riders, in fact, with their first rifle round, will be pretty impressed with the way that it's gone down. And post-pause, you know, these are all really good signs. So, a trend that they hope to continue here on the T side and just pick up some momentum that they have so far been missing in the early stages of this map. Where do we go from here, though? ECSTATIC tried, you know, something a little bit different. We have not really seen that much aggression come out from them so far, and it falls completely south. So, not sure if they want to go for that again. Not sure if they want to move back to the double-up setup as well. So, definitely interested. It seems like it has caused a shift in the ECSTATIC camp.
This feels like an important round. Important round. I'm still yet to see Movistar play out a really good default. Of course, the last round, it was more like ECSTATIC got aggressive into them. A couple entries handed over, then Movistar hit the brakes. But we yet to see Movistar truly play out a default. Feel that control. Testing with the A main over here. And is DBG going to go through? It felt like he was for a second. Now he's on. Gets that control. Oh, look at this aggression. It's just endless, isn't it? The moment they lose something, ECSTATIC wants some space back. Alex is ever so low. If nobody else checks, surely this is the frag. And there it is. Entry found. He can't see anybody else around, so surely he's going to alert these A players a little bit as well. Great start for ECSTATIC.
Nice shot from Martinez, though. Seems to be waking up into the past couple of rounds. It's going to leave the A-bomb side pretty vulnerable, and they sort of over-rotate as well. Sasol just wins out an individual fight. You really can't prepare for that, you know. ECSTATIC have been absolutely bested by the lurk play. It's really going to make a difference here. Smoke comes through towards Temple. I think this round is probably over. Manx is going a little wild, though, and will end up losing his life. It's now definitely over. ECSTATIC will be forced to save once again. And another round for Movistar Riders.
This game is very on trend. Very similar round of Movi take some control, ECSTATIC react. And I think what we saw in this round is potentially a little bit of, you know, when you're ECSTATIC, you've got a man advantage. You've got decent information that's probably not be anytime soon. Do we need to be making plays? How does the B player die alone just to a source or lurk? It's quite all on the same page there. I think there's so many good ideas in the mix. But maybe a little bit overzealous. I think it might have cost them.
Timeout to come through here from ECSTATIC. Wanting to stay hot on the heels, as it does indeed make sense. Movistar Riders starting to pick up real steam. You know, these past couple of rounds have been very dominant indeed. So it makes a lot of sense that ECSTATIC want to stay on them. They also have, you know, a bit to chat about here. How do they work out the buy? I think they should be able to drop across and sort themselves out, but a really, really important round here, putting all the chips in. If they lose this one out, Movistar Riders could quite easily move up to 7 rounds, start threatening 8. And you know how it goes on the CT side when the money starts getting away from you.
Salazar going to glass. He still hasn't bought. There he goes. Okay. I don't think it's not the worst map for it, is it? I mean, how often do you see HE damage and stuff on this map? In fact, only Alex has one in the first place. See where he posts up. But Movistar's intent is clear. This is going to be really fast. Early flashes exploding in. Salazar is here, but can't connect. Aim punch way too much to deal with. But Nodios and kraghen working a nice little crossfire. Rotator here too. Manx is nearby. And surely now with the numbers, going to favor ECSTATIC a little bit. It's really awkward, actually. Movistar needs some nades onto the dark. One smoke. This side becomes a lot easier to clear, but all the fights continue to be taken. This is just absolute carnage. And it's just Mopos now. 1-on-2. Queenix swings. Wow, that was endless.
Yeah, just fights galore, mate. Everywhere you look. Shots ringing down range. ECSTATIC will manage to take it, though. So they come away as the favorite in that round. Couple players surviving. Still not super ideal. Movistar Riders definitely in with the potential to get the reset in.
One molly or smoke onto dark, and I think that round is so much easier.
There seemed to be one, like, on site, so I'm not sure if maybe someone tried to smoke dark and kind of messed it up a little. Didn't quite catch if it was a CT smoke to maybe really mix things up, you know, and confuse the attack. But
because it felt a bit like the plan was to obviously to pop in, but
yeah,
that's stage 1. We need a, you know, the guys that are throwing the flashes might as well throw a smoke onto something or smoke one of the back lanes, but ECSTATIC seemed to get every fight they wanted on that round.
Yeah, it worked out beautifully for them on the retake. Not even with the bomb down, you know, just sort of a general retake of the site. Martinez continuing to be a nuisance, though. That goes for his 9th frag of the game. Joint top with Salazar and Sasol right now, so certainly looking good for the Movistar Riders side of things. Trying to have a recovery. Salazar is actually playing pretty aggressively, maybe more aggressively than they would expect. So have to be careful, have to give them the respect that it's indeed falling apart a little for ECSTATIC as Martinez continues to pick them apart. Salazar, nice find. Manx has got him backed up. Alex in from middle. Tries to take a couple of pot shots, but they decide to call off and hit towards the B bomb site. So Nodios is going to have his work cut out. Absolutely has to stand strong here. Gets caught off. Sasol baits out the spray from him, and that will be enough to take him down. Salazar tries to fly in. It's confident. You got to give him that. Manx, meanwhile, is stuck around here. Pops the arm of one, can't find the frag, and surely now is just dead to rights. Martinez going to take him out for the 4K on the round. Movistar Riders hold on to their lead.
Martinez is reading him like a book, isn't he? It's, that was quite a crazy round from Movistar. They faked B with 4 players. At least I assume it was a fake, because Martinez had the bomb, and he was still on the stairs holding the canals peak from the A side. But if that was a true call of that's hard fake and, you know, they're going to push, then Movistar are absolutely on the ball. And Martinez, yeah. It's getting a little bit telegraphed from ECSTATIC. Movistar definitely know the moment they pressure one site, they are pushing the other. So maybe we need to change gears here. Maybe sit on nades, double AWP, sit back a tad more. Because the proactive play is, right now, is getting red.
Oh my goodness. Been 3 kills here for ECSTATIC. Recovered a couple AKs and maybe give themselves a chance into the round. I mean, one of the weapons that they're up against is the AWP, so aim punch and all that stuff is not really going to make too much of a difference. Martinez comes off the angle. They have discovered that A is somewhat clear, but kraghen has got other ideas. Going to look for a timing here. I don't think he's going to be able to drop the planter. He has managed to creep in between them. And, well, you can see Martinez has absolutely no idea. So timing really going to have an effect here. kraghen opting to play around the smoke, which might play into Martinez's hands. Oh, he lands the leg. Uh-oh, JVG, the only one remaining, takes a bit of damage out from Nodios. And now 15 HP to get through. It's all going to be a question of the positioning. Oh my goodness, and both of them just playing around. Absolutely no idea where to look or where to go. Davvy has to get this right, and he will do so. kraghen needed to fight him. But my goodness, that is so incredibly close considering the amount of money that ECSTATIC spent.
That is... You know, Movistar's played a really good half. That was almost catastrophe, wasn't it? Just the brute force mid play that go into all the players. That was such... That was pretty much full USPs, right, as well. That was... Thank God Movistar had the money in the bank to still have a good buy here, because that has dented them significantly. And if you're ecstatic, you got to be thinking, wow, we've kept the money so honest now. One gun round, they're back on pistols. They're still on the CT side of a map like Anubis. Ecstatic have a great chance here if they can win this round to still have a very competitive round all.
kraghen looking for some aggression here. That's going to come in to back up, and they will manage to win out the fight. Oh, that's all going to be left blind as well. Beautiful flash plays coming through from ECSTATIC. Absolute magic to give them a 5-on-3.
Perfect. Movistar should know it's... should have worked out it was 3B. I'm surprised they're not trying to react on this info faster. For now, they're just posting up in mid. And ECSTATIC... This will be a good test. We did see earlier a man advantage fall away from them, so this time they're looking a little bit more reserved. Surely Nodios doesn't... Oh, how does Davvy win that? Bit of a slip up. Bit of a slip up. There's another. Queenix down. It's falling apart. It's just Manx on this side of the map. Pushes out of A. So the A bomb side is open. And this is an absolute matter of timing. And is there any world where Davvy clears left here? This on a knife edge.
Oh my goodness. Manx has just crept under him. This gets a little weird. The silent drop coming in from Davvy might be able to indeed find the backstab. Yes, he will. They had an idea that Manx was in. It looked like he was kind of in the middle of a fight anyway. Nonetheless, with 5 seconds left, they will get the bomb down. Another flank on flank coming in. Clean kill from kraghen. Martinez, meanwhile, holding the angle, will manage to find the frag, and Salazar, he smoked off. No real option but to save it. It's close for ECSTATIC. Still knocking on that door. Movistar Riders, though, will continue winning rounds.
This is going to be a painful demo to watch back for ECSTATIC, because they put themselves in so many excellent positions. 5-on-3. Nodios, let's just say it was a mechanical mistake. He should win that duel every day of the week. His right eye. Davvy half checking the angle. Ooh, that was a bit of a slip up, but then Queenix getting caught alone. Just a little bit too much. Little bit too much, and Movistar, I guess it's how we frame the matchup, isn't it? Movistar, we just consider them to be the more structured, the more cohesive sort of package in this game, and that's what's winning them these rounds. They're just holding firm against a very proactive but equally a little bit flawed ECSTATIC in this half so far.
Been some close rounds in the past couple, so I'm sure that ECSTATIC are going to be a bit frustrated and trying to keep things together, trying to stay cool. They kind of know how Inferno goes down, you know. Was a rough showing last time. Close, but a rough way to lose it. So I don't know that they'll want to repeat that too much, and definitely it's just healthy, isn't it, to feel like you've got to win your own map pick. Ooh, smoke down to split them up a little bit here. A nice isolated fight for Salazar. Great headshot coming in. So it's actually a 4 versus 3 in favor of ECSTATIC. This is a very, very doable situation now. Little do they know the A-bomb site is completely clear, but only for a matter of time. The rotations are coming in over there.
Very slow Brown and Counter-Strike from Movistar. I thought they might sprint after seeing the AK, but they fall back into a more default sort of stance, hoping for openings, and there comes one. Nodios again, caught alone, and now, because ECSTATIC have leaned back towards A, B is wide open. Alex is the bomb coming in from B main, and they're starting to coalesce. If they can't catch Davvy from behind, they might think better and just try and hold on to this AK after the bomb goes down. Yeah, they're not going to catch him. It's going to be an after plant.
Shoulder spotted. Big frag. Bomb goes down here. And it does become a little more difficult now because we have one flash to work with on the ECSTATIC side of things. They're also all coming in from exactly the same angle, so really going to be a challenge. Flash comes around, slightly off the angle, but he's still got a pretty good spot to work with here. Him and Mopos will chime in and make sure that they hold the line. Close for a second, but Movistar Riders keep their cool.
It's a pretty good attempt. Give ECSTATIC some credit. Just the one saved rifle, and apart from that, some pistols to make it so compelling. Of course, they had the round earlier in the half on the USPs, which also went to one-on-one. A little bit disappointing in that sense this half. There was a lot of chances and a lot of worlds where ECSTATIC come out way ahead, but now they're fighting for 6. This buy is good. And Salazar, early in the half, of course, he went for the glass. This time, he's favoring the rifle in full utility, so he's up for a bit of a change-up.
Pretty slow on the upswing here. As Movistar Riders playing a fairly far back kind of default, to say the least. Maybe expecting some ECSTATIC aggression to come their way, and they would indeed be correct. They're going for this flash play once again. Sassol hidden away. The follow-up flashes, though, he still loses out on the fight as kraghen has his number. So not quite as clean a 5v3 for ECSTATIC, but all the same, it's a man advantage.
This time they can't drop the ball. They need rounds. They need rounds. Movistar are not going to be total pushovers on this CT side when Martinez is firing like this. They drop the pace. Nades coming over for the left side of mid, the temple side. Clearly fretting an A split. But it's actually not the case. It will hold Salazar off this B-bomb site, so if they can snatch a quick entry, speed defense becomes very much forcing, but it's kraghen first around the pillar. There's nobody towards main to punish him. Makes it 2, and this is looking excellent now. It's just Alex. That's a nice frag. But if Salazar can just stay alive for a little bit, these rotates are coming. Alex seeking out a duel, but there's just way too many players to deal with. And that was a much-needed conversion for ECSTATIC.
Yeah, definitely in the danger zone with only 4 rounds, so pretty clean stuff.
Money's in the bin. Only Alex can get an AK up.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
Yeah, surely this pauses, a quick discussion of what do we actually do here, because this is a bit of a mess. I wouldn't mind Davy G also dropping an AK or something like this. Play it like a second round. It's one of those maps, isn't it, Anubis, where you really can just put an AK on an entry and just say, let's take a duel. Let's try and avoid Salazar and let's look for a duel. I think that would be how I'd call this round. We'll see what they go for.
Alex still yet to buy. Looks like he'll go for the AK, no drop across or anything like that. So, see what he can do with it. Certainly not had the loudest game so far. A lot of utility brought up here by the Movistar Riders. So, maybe indeed, could have looked towards a few more automatic weapons in their hands, but they will opt towards the Tech 9 and the utility. Instead, Nodio's from down below will manage to find one. Manx plays off the back of him. Lovely little 2-man setup. Simple as it comes. ECSTATIC 5v3.
Very consistently found good openings. Did lose a 5-on-3 earlier, but I suspect they've learnt their lesson. Sit back, play together, retake if needs be. And it should be A-OK. What's the move? 2 out in mid. We still got Sourcel pressuring B a little bit. I guess it's pulled Salazar off, but it's still going to take a monstrous entry into one of these A players to open up any space.
Decent damage. What can they find with the fact that they've managed to work their way in towards middle, though? It's not going to be too much, and they're all very split to recover that bomb back. It's really going to be a challenge here. Yeah, not happening. just Davy G. He's crept in behind. They might not expect him here, that is for sure. But finding the actual round itself, I think is going to be pretty much impossible. Gets one, flanked out, easily taken down. 9-6 at the turn of the half. We will find out how things pan out after a quick break. What is up, people? Welcome back to the second half of ECSTATIC and Movistar Riders. Looking forward to getting into this one. A 9-6 is about as textbook as it goes. Movistar Riders definitely had a chance to maybe find a few more, so ECSTATIC, credit to them in finding some energy towards the tail end of the first half, but going to need to pick up this pistol and even things up quick.
Comes the big Zek. Nade straight over. Mopos is playing out. Alex doesn't have flashes. But Davy G does. Are they going to go through on this bomb plant? They're boosting right now behind the smoke. And I'm very intrigued how these flashes are going to get used. There is a kit on Mopos. Yeah, they need to really work together on this retake. U2 has to be exemplary to get back onto this site.
So many bodies on that T side just stacked on top of each other, right? So many Glocks working around each other. I think it's going to be very, very difficult here to work their way in. First flash is indeed effective. Second one comes in and nets another kill from Opos. Well, well, well. Movistar Riders with a bit of a masterclass. Salazar will drop the diffuser, but they should be able to get another player onto that quite easily. And with the kit, really going to be a challenge here. Just throw bodies at him, and eventually they will get the defuse in. Sassol even finds the kill for good measure. Movistar Riders coming away with the pistol then is a big, big send off, yeah, and you can see the effect that it's had. ECSTATIC immediately in with the timeout.
That was perfect from Movistar, and clearly, with the way they bought on that pistol, they had a plan. They had a set lineup to smoke off B main. The flashes were good, and they just, they swung out the main lane from the CT side on those flashes. So yeah, Movistar clearly had planned out that pistol, and doesn't get any better than that. That is a perfect lesson in how to... Honestly, every team should nick that CT pistol. It's a really great way to play, to lean other ways and have the util to get back onto B late. It looked good. And the product of that timeout from ECSTATIC is that we are going to buy. Galil's in the mix, so no AK's dropped. A bit of utility. And Movistar, that is... Whoa! I didn't see that coming.
Kind of a wild move. And not in a good way.
They must have known ECSTATIC were buying. ECSTATIC don't pause after getting bomb plant on pistol and not buy.
Yeah, I don't know. Absolutely crazy idea.
That's a bit
honest.
much.
Mopos will find Queenix. But he will get hit. Alex! Oh, they were there, weren't they? They were there on the lineup. Player at the back had a smoke out. Definitely could have worked. They know where Martinez is at, so they should easily get the bomb plant in, and actually going to force him to save away for a little while, it seems. 45 seconds of saving coming through. And ECSTATIC right back in with the force by putting Movistar Riders in the worst possible position ever.
Guarantee you in TeamSpeak they're having a discussion about why we actually went for that play, or
yeah, I don't know.
Who called it, and it's not intrinsically an awful play, but I don't know. It just felt so out of left field. I mean, Movistar should be the team much like on pistol. They should be the team that's so much more willing to sit back and play passive and play the long game. And they just completely send it with some good spawns out mid, and wow. I'm a little bit taken back because that is not a Movistar trait, going for rounds like that.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, mate.
It could cost them the match. Like, that is losing that round. It's pretty horrific.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. And we talk about this all the time, you know what I mean, where you go back in for this force buy. Your economy's just in the bin for ages, even when you come to that first sort of rifle buy after losing it out. It can be really difficult. Oh, speaking of difficult, that's hard to watch. Mopos, worst timing to get a nade out. Immediate save coming in from Movistar Riders.
How many HEs did they throw?
Picking up speed. I think they went for a triple.
That's a great round. Just because you could even throw the nades. I mean, obviously, when you get a kill, you see Alex dead, you're going to commit. But you could also cancel if you don't get a kill, and you haven't really lost a great deal. Wow, what a move! And the Movistar force back is nothing. It's already dead. And ECSTATIC are, given they're on the T side of this map, given they're going to bank up money on this round, they might now be in the driver's seat on this map.
Really, really scary prospects. I think it's all happening so fast as well. Movistar Riders have really got to readjust, and just... It's not the usual sort of game state that you find yourself in the early portions of the second half, waiting for the rifle rounds to come out. So far, we've not actually had a proper rifle round. The rules of engagement have been very, very different. So Movistar Riders have got to, as I say, readjust and get their heads back in the game pretty quickly. And unfortunately, they're going to have to stomach another loss here, most likely, because they won't be investing. So really, really, really hard spot to be in right now in the early stage of the second half.
All right. Certainly be nice for Movistar just to do some damage on this round. Keep this ECSTATIC T-side on check, and the pace. The pace is continuing. Fast out mid. Who's on A? It is Sorsul. And Martinez actually, so the rifle is on A. They've got this boost in towards Temple area. 1 kill found. Manx hits the deck too. Oh no. Oh no, and now the rifle from Martinez can activate. These players swinging through the smoke. They all go down, and holy smokes. It looks pretty clean in the end, but that was as close as can be. One mechanical miss. And ECSTATIC have got their economy back in the bin.
Yeah, Movistar Riders maybe getting a little ahead of themselves, a little giddy after those initial frags, I think is definitely what goes down there, so... Yeah. There was a slim light that they could have worked with in that round. Not going to happen for them, though. We'll see what they've got to bring into this one. Another nade stack coming through will take Alex down to 3 HP.
He's really good. I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't seen it enough. I think this is the first time I've seen it, actually, to know the timings of the dark player getting in there.
I think I've seen it before.
Nades.
I think someone pulled it out in the RMR. It was definitely in a NART video. I feel like I've seen the nade stack there before. It might. I've got liquid in the back of my head.
I mean, it's super good. It's also, I don't think it's a map where you're super scared to go a little bit later into canals or mid. It's not the end of the world to not have numbers there early. Alex is already low. I'm surprised they haven't tossed that AWP over to him, and he sits back a little bit more because he's got a lot of places he can play. Just sat deep in mid playing for information at the moment, but 1 HE, 1 bullet. He is a dead man. Martinez taking the fight upon himself, trying to get this information out of dark. Queenix is creeped all the way up close, and this kill is absolutely a must find. kraghen next, in behind Martinez, seems not to be aware, and of course kraghen knows exactly where Martinez is playing. Pushes in now. Frag is found. Martinez, though, did find another. Mopos is on the site. Tugs him into Glyphy. He's traded in the end. Davy G on the flank. Gets one for himself. Alex with another. And now it's just Salazar. Bomb is good for him. There's no kit. There's no smoke. But he can't get a good fight. And in the end, it is a good retake for Movistar.
Good to see there's some life left in the old dog yet. They'll hold on to their lead and find themselves a really clean rifle round there, actually. A very comprehensive retake comes together at the tail end of that round. So Movistar Riders, I think, will be pretty confident in themselves. It's been a shaky start. It's been one of those wild and fast and just kills all over the place kind of starts. But once it comes back to the normalcy, once they get the regularly scheduled programming, they look pretty good. So we'll see whether they can continue that trend. Money's still available for ECSTATIC, of course, to answer back.
Yeah, there's not a lot of cash here for Movistar. There's a real chance here to break the money. That flash is ideal. Martinez. Blind as a bat. Dead as a tropical bird. Trades, though, are good. 3-on-3 now, and Sorcel swings out. Aggression from B main. They know exactly where Mopos is. And this is nightmare fuel for Movistar. Look at the money in the bank. Is Mopos going to try this? Big decision for him.
Surely just too far away from the bomb site at this point. Yeah, and it'd just be like no info to work with. He'd have to run in, make all the noise in the world. If they found success with that aggression out towards B, then, you know, we'd be on for a round, but because it was a 1-for-1, it's just not enough in the end, so... Nice response from ECSTATIC. Pick up the pace. Keep them on their toes. Not let your confidence drop. Play as aggressively as possible.
They play a fun brand of Counter-Strike. They love doing these aggressive openings. I like that it's... You know, with the nade stack and this mid-play, you don't necessarily have to commit to the site. You can just do it early and see what happens and make Movistar uncomfortable. But of course, in this round, Martinez... Flashes ruined him in mid. He was never living through that. And here comes another pause, and I don't blame them. Look at the options here. Is Martinez going to drop a FAMAS? Mopos can have a rifle. Guess Sorcel's alright, but Alex and Davy G, they're going to be a bit worse for wear.
Tough call. Kind of a tough call. Or do you just... not spend anything?
I don't know. I think it's 50-50 here. I think you could do both. You could get enough rifles out to justify a buy. But by the looks of it, playing the long game.
Yep, playing it safe. So, timeout used for the next round, not necessarily for this one. ECSTATIC, in theory, should be able to even things up. We'll see what this orb can get done in the right hands, of course. And a fair amount of utility out from Mopos and whatnot, so there's potential for a few kills, but the round itself should easily go the way of the T side.
Gonna become Operation Save Orb very fast, this isn't it, by the looks of it. Sorcerer is lining up the smoke as soon as he gets any confirmation of an execute or A players. He's going to drop it. There it goes. So there is a barrier up. There's a lot of util invested. They're going to go for this through the smoke. It's ecstatic. 2 kills for Sorcerer. Now they're going to cancel. AK in hand. And this has been a disaster hit. Martinez, of course, still has that orb. Bomb is down on A. Maybe the word cancel doesn't translate into Danish because they needed that word more than ever when that smoke went down.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, flying into that one, I mean, maybe they were thinking they were just going to be playing off against one guy on the other side of the smoke, get the easy trade. Pack mentality seems to be what ECSTATIC are going for. They do have, you know, really good spacing as a squad, but absolutely falling apart. And now, still trying to move in and go for it. I think that save is kind of required. It's a nice find from Nodios, but round's over, my guy. The AWP retrained on the angle, this time in the hands of Mopos. I don't know that he's going to get a crazy headshot again. Yeah, and he will go down. So Movistar Riders at the tail end of the game of their opponent's map pick, getting a massive, massive round in their favor.
I wonder if ECSTATIC thought it was a buy, because that hit becomes a lot more justified if you think it's a buy. And then you are thinking, indeed, that it's probably 3B. The A player's dropped his smoke. That means he's alone. But it wasn't the case. And that is a heart-wrenching way to lose a round. Oof. Now it's them on the knife edge. They've got barely any loss bonus. They've got no money in the bank. Gutsy game so far from Movistar. Very gutsy game. And I've enjoyed it the whole way through. We're at the business end. Of course, very early days in the qualifier. Double elimination. Loser will play later today. For elimination, winner will play... which side are we on? We're on the nip side? I forget. No, we're on the top side. We're on big side. Winner of this will play the winner of the big match, which of course we expect to be big in that matchup. So, yeah, lots of counter strikes to come, but you don't want to go down to that low bracket early. It's hell to play through that.
Yeah, very scary indeed. Don't rightly know as yet, but the likes of a domination, I think, could be pretty difficult to play off against.
There's a reason those teams are in the qualifier. They wouldn't have to be, you know, even if we're not super aware of them as a team, I can assure you, as individual players, you don't want to mess around.
Yeah, and the prospect of losing out on your own map pick really does start to bring to light the lower bracket, of course. So ECSTATIC very quickly need to turn this one around. Movistar Riders, they win this, they break the economy, should be up to 14. You know, incredibly important round here for the life cycle of this game, and both teams know it. There is a
the nades.
Air of tension here. Waiting for that bomb plant to come in. Nade's going to go down, and this might just see him off. It's a bit of a spam from Mopos as well to just make doubly sure. Mopos going to get another as the smoke begins to fade. ABG looking to get aggressive. Goes through the smoke. Kraghen will take him down. Manx has found Mopos. Sassol out in the open. Got to be very careful with the fights that he's taking, but he's got backup from the rest of the boys. Salazar with York. What can he get done? It's only one. Kraghen also only one. It's hella close. It's hella chaotic, but it's Movistar Riders, the big boys, to come out on top and secure number 13.
That was a pretty monstrous attempt. I thought that round was done when the bomb...
So did I, yeah.
When the bomb plant is killed with 7 seconds left. Smokes are fading. Players are jumping all over the place just to try and scramble for a bomb plant. Very valiant stuff in the end from ECSTATIC, but Movistar one step ahead. they are very comfortable playing retake on these sites, and you can see the kind of the experience and the composure from them. The communication as well, to realize you've got 2 nades, let's play retake. There's only 1 real plant on this bomb site. Obviously, I've had some really beautiful CS on the CG side. And ECSTATIC are going to pause. And I think the reason they're pausing is they know Movistar is bad money, and they know they have no loss bonus. They might be thinking about a force buy, but it's just a tad too low. If it was a couple more players above 3,000, you really might go for this. But I think they got to play the longer game. Oh, no. Here we go. They are going for it.
A little wild. I guess you kind of have to go balls to the wall at this late stage of the game and hopefully try and stay in things. And then maybe, you know, part of it is like the surprise factor that Movistar Riders might not be expecting a buy to come out here. So we'll perhaps see whether that is the right call. I'm not so sure. I'm always on the side of caution. You can see why. Double comes in for Alex and Mopos as they get aggressive towards the canals. Movistar Riders start things off beautifully.
David G's alone. He's very low. Does get traded or sees the bomb and the other players. So now there can be a reaction. Sourcil pushes through into A main. His teammates take space from Dark. So, of course, ECSTATIC had this mid room, and that's nice. They've seen a lot of the map. Movistar full information. I'm a little bit concerned that ECSTATIC will not get an easy gap back onto a site. It's actually the best thing they can do, isn't it, to back out of this, because B is significantly lesser defended. So they are going the right way.
.4v2. Certainly not going to be the easiest run, as you say, though. That B-bomb site looks very, very inviting right now. Just Martinez on the AWP. You know, it's one missed shot, and they can work their way in. And he's very unsure of where to look as well. Nodios nades out, will give the game away. It's a flash to try and working towards the site. Martinez finds one, and the Tech 9 out to get the other. Lovely hold in the end. They will get the bomb plan on the ECSTATIC side. Maybe continues to fund these stringy buys that they keep going for. But at the same time, Movistar Riders edging ever closer to taking this map.
Yeah, the difference now is that Movistar have the cash, don't they? After a clean round. Martinez has really played a brilliant game. I've very much enjoyed it. Salazar as well has had a great one. But yeah, Martinez is starting to come alive. And ECSTATIC, I admire the confidence. I admire the aggression. I get the sense this is one buy too many and maybe should be playing for overtime. Again, all the chips are red. Oh, what is that? Especially after it didn't work earlier in the half. The aggression is just relentless from Movistar. Stamp on their neck whilst they're down. Get rid of ECSTATIC in this game. Look at this aggression. That is crazy.
Yeah, just trying to scrap on both sides of the equation, to be honest with you. ECSTATIC also playing into the hands of Movistar, I feel like. So it has been a little out of pocket in that sense. They will manage to get the bomb down on A, though. Salazar resets the game, forces them to come to him. He only has a Mach 10. Going to clear out, get a lot of information. So knows that, you know, most likely they're all coming in from the mid and CT areas, but you know, it's a very weak weapon to work with. Molotov gives some of the position away. Great flash round, and he will be finished off by Martinez. In the end, Defuse easily comes in, and the string continues. I think we're now looking at 4 in a row from the Movistar Riders. They've really picked it up here towards the tail end.
Yeah, how many force buys we've got in a row now for ECSTATIC? It's going to be another. Was up against match point. A little bit disappointing to not see full investments, full utility. And now they're up against it. Well, we start cash in the bank. Martinez is firing on all cylinders. It's not out of the realms for ECSTATIC to get this to overtime, but we need quite the reversal. Some big calls, some good openings. We do a lot of good, and Movistar are piling on the aggression. Here we go again. Spawns outside of B, they're peeking. It's just Nodios over here. Teammates reeled in to try and help, and it's working. The cavalry's here. And I think Mopos need to give this one up. You've got no real chance. 2 kills back. Okay, this round is all over the place. David G has the bomb? What's going on?
Uh-oh. If he even gets one more from here, he's just going to keep them all slowed down so very much. Keep his composure. We'll run out of ammo as the trade comes in, but so much information, so much space that Movistar Riders are able to take and, you know, try and get the drop and isolate these players now. Oh, and that is exactly what Martinez is going for. kraghen just round the corner. They've missed each other by seconds. B-bomb site open. Queenix discovers this fact. So plant will come in, and Queenix is very, very, very deep. I don't know that they'll be too ready for that. Open plant as well for him to work with. So a lot going to be banking on the back of Queenix and his advanced position. Smoke comes in that will keep both of them at bay as they are indeed looking to enter through main. Couple flashes. Martinez swaps off to an automatic weapon to try and end the game here and now. ECSTATIC looking to stay alive. kraghen. It's a smoke on a brick wall, of course. Will get caught. Big damage. Mopos finds the final shot of the game. 16-10. Movistar Riders steal away Anubis.
What an absolute Mopos way to end the half. Goes through the smoke. And yeah, that player in dark is going to regret being open to B main in the end. Wow, that was a roller coaster of a map. I don't think what to say.